Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our live release party tonight. It is the Gina K Designs release, and I am Gina. See, I have my official uniform on tonight, Gina K Designs. And we have special guests coming tonight. We have some of our illustrators are going to stop by, and we are going to reveal a lot of beautiful new stamp sets, and we have some new embellishments and some new dies. So welcome to everybody. I see so many of you coming into the room from all over the US and all over the world, and it's really exciting to have you here. I'm just going to give it just a minute because I know that that notification just went out that I was live, and I can see, you know, it just jumped from about 100 people to about 700 people in the last minute or so. So I want to give everybody a chance to get in here. We have finally, tonight, we have brand new die set release that a lot of you have been waiting for. And I'm going to show you that first, and then I'll use it in one of my projects tonight. So the first hour of the show tonight, this is going to be a 2-hour special. The first hour of the show tonight is going to be our wonderful illustrators popping in and showing you some beautiful card samples that they made with their new stamp sets. And I know a lot of you have been following me on Instagram and seeing the new sneak peeks, and also over on Facebook. So that's really exciting. It's great to see you all. So our first guest tonight, I believe, is Lisa, and she is going to be coming in pretty soon. But before we start with our illustrators, let me show you this die. I just have it loose here. I haven't put it on a magnet yet, but I'm going to do that. But this is the set of dies that we've all been waiting for. Now, I'm going to bring in my overhead camera and just show these to you. Okay, so I have a white piece of cardstock here so that I can show you the new stamp sets, but that's a little bit too bright for this. Let's see if this works better. Okay, so we'll try this and see how it goes. So this die set is called Master Layouts 1. And the 1 indicates that there's going to be more of these coming. But this is the first one in this series. And what this is this is a rectangle that cuts out that perfect 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches panel. And you see me do that a lot in white. And this one cuts the 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 panel. And so when you layer these together, you're going to get that cute little shadow layer that I always cut. And a lot of you have told me that you struggle with that. So this is going to cut that out perfectly. The other thing that's nice about this is when you do A2 style cards in the wreath builder, this will cut out the perfect panel size that fits in the wreath builder. We do have another die set coming out very soon that works with the wreath builder, but this one is the one that you guys have been waiting for. Now, you get these 2 dies in this set, and you also get some other dies. Now, the other dies are a belly band for this. So you get the 3 3/4 inch by, let me grab a ruler here. Oh, can't get my ruler out. So 3 3/4 inches by 1 1/2 inches. And then this panel is 3 7/8 of an inch by 1 5/8 of an inch. Now, the reason why I did it that way rather than making them meet on the side is because it still looks good when you put it across the center of a card. The black will fall where the black layer is, and the white will fall where the white layer is. But you can also now use this for a decorative panel. So if you wanted to do a layout where you had your main image here, this is your main panel, and then you wanted to have a side of pattern paper in here, then you could add a circle or an oval or something else, and this will cut out perfect layers for that. So you can use it 2 ways. You can either use it as a belly band, or you can use it as a cool little accent panel. And of course, if your card is going this way, you can do it across the top and then have a big circle or oval down here or at the bottom and do the same thing. Now, let me show you something else that comes in this set. And this I'm really excited about. So we did an oval, and we did a scalloped oval. And this is such a delicate little scalloped oval there. It is beautiful when it's cut out. So we will be using that tonight. At least I'm going to cut it for you. If we don't get it in a card, I'm going to cut it for you. But if you happen to get our last incentive called Fancy Greetings, let me put it behind white here. If you happen to get this stamp set in one of your recent orders, this oval fits perfectly for the birthday wishes to you and the thank you so much. So that, I actually designed this stamp set to go with this master layouts, but because of our lockdown, our shutdown, we weren't able to release it all at the same time, and we needed a new incentive. But we do have a new incentive tonight. I don't have that one here, but it is on our website under incentive. And you can see the scalloped oval will fit as well. Now, the scalloped oval and this oval nest perfectly. I know you can't see that because the blade is on the inside there, but it nests perfectly where you can put the white oval in the center here, still have the cute little scallops peeking out. So you've got lots of nesting possibilities. You've got ovals to nest, you've got accent panels or belly bands to nest, and of course, you've got the main part of this, which is those two panels that everybody was looking for. Now I want to show you one other thing. A really great layout is to have this on your card front, and then to have this piece in the center. Well, the die doesn't want to stay. Let me flip it and see if that works better. Okay, so well, you get the idea, right? And then to have this in the center like this. This is a fantastic layout for the wreath builder. So when you make your square wreaths, you put them in half, and then you add the belly band in the center and an oval panel in the center, spread out the two parts of the wreath builder. You've seen me do that a million times. If not, check out my wreath builder playlist on YouTube and you'll see it. So this works with the wreath builder for those conversions of those square wreaths into the A2 style. All right, so I wanted to show you that first so that you guys would understand what the Master Layouts 1 is all about. We have Master Layouts 2 already in our warehouse, and then we have Master Layouts 3 in production. So lots of fun things coming. But this one is going to be a hot seller because this relieves the problem of cutting those perfect mats and cutting perfect belly bands and panels and ovals too. Okay, let me put this aside because it is almost time. I see Lisa in the green room. Now I'm new at this particular software, so I'm hoping this all plays out the way I hope. I'm going to bring Lisa in now, and Lisa has an amazing new stamp set for you tonight to show you. It is beautiful. It also coordinates with her last stamp set, which I love when our illustrators do those kinds of things, how things work really well together. And she's going to tell you all about it. So let me bring her into the mix. Welcome, Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Oh, let's see.
How are you?
Let's get right in the camera there. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to be here. It feels like forever since we've seen each other this way. So hello.
You know, Lisa, I just looked at the calendar. Do you know when our last release was? It
February?
was February.
Yeah, February.
And my last kit was January. So it's been almost half a year. That's insane. I can't even.
It's been too long, but we're back, and that's what makes it super exciting. And I'm just so grateful to be here. So grateful to see everyone. So grateful that all of us get to come on here tonight and share our new sets with you. And I'm really excited for Free to Flourish. So I have
about it too. I want to show them the stamp set.
Let's take a look.
Before I do, I just want you guys to know, I know a lot of you are telling me that our website isn't up, that
Oh.
our products didn't go live. And I don't know why our products didn't go live yet. They were scheduled to go live, but we are working on that. And I know Karen Hyper is watching. Karen, if you could do me a favor and message Debbie Warner, because my phone is all tied up and I can't do that, maybe she can take care of that for us. Thank you so much. Guys, hang in there. It's coming. It's coming. It could be you can't even get into the website. Oh, no. It must be really crowded tonight. Okay. So, Lisa, I'm going to see if I can bring in a third camera.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Okay. I just want to show
back this way.
And I just want to show, let me see, there might be a better layout for this. Let me just see what this looks like.
Oh, look at that.
Not great. Let's see this.
Oh, there
we go. So here's Lisa's brand new set. This is called Free to Flourish.
Free to Flourish.
Look at this. I'm going to just scroll up. Look at all that beauty. Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited to share it. And I know Gina had shared that it is sort of a companion to our last set that we shared in February. And the other inspiration behind this set is that Flourish was back in November 2019, I picked Flourish to be my word for the year in 2020. And flourish to me means that you're beholding and becoming. And I just, I'm so grateful to be able to come in every month and share these new sets with everyone and to share my love of florals and all of the bits and bobbles that I create with the florals. So, and to have that versatility to create different kinds of projects. So Free to Flourish is kind of an expression of that inspiration. And also the sentiment, happiness blooms from within and show up and shine. So they were all several sentiments and several kind of beliefs that I was feeling and that inspired me to put them into the set. And yeah, I have a couple things. I have some samples to share and a couple little nuances with the stamp set that I wanted to share. So I will pop it open here. Let's see if I can get this in the screen. Okay. So I have a couple things I want to share about some of the elements. Many of you know, if you've taken a look at my tutorials and things, I'm always looking for ways to bend the stamp to create different shapes and to create a different look and feel. So there's several stamps in this stamp set that you can do that too. But one of the really fun ones is the arrow. Woo, look at that arrow piece right here that you can do some bending of the stamp to create different shapes. And also I've got a 2-step stamping element in this set this time as well. And this little daisy right here is just the bottom part of the daisy, sort of like a coneflower daisy, but you can flip it over and create the whole daisy by just flipping over the stamp and stamping it again. So I have a video coming out in probably an hour or so after the release tonight that just kind of goes through some of these little nuances and some of the thinking that I had when I created the stamp set. But just so many fun things that you can do with the stamps. Lots of different pieces to build your flourishing bouquets of flowers. And also all of the stamps are in proportion to all of my other stamps in my line, my collection with Gina. And they also work so well in the wreath builder because, again, these flourishing and kind of leaves and greenery are perfect in the wreath builder. So I like to try to design things that have a lot of versatility. So one of the other things I wanted to share is that, again, this month for this stamp set, and this is going to be, I know I've done this before, but I want to continue to do it more regularly with all of the releases from the past and all the releases coming forward, is to provide everyone with a little sketch sheet. So these are 8 ideas that you can create with the stamp set. So little thumbnail sketches. So that'll also be, I'll make sure I go into the group and be able to share that with everyone. And it also will be on my blog for everyone to download for free. So do we want to see some samples, Gina? Just a few?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We definitely do.
The other thing is this set has the ability to have a companion die set that goes along with it. So love it. And there are several dies in this set that work amazing as standalone dies. So the banner element, I mean, the big wood piece and the arrow and several of the leaf, look opposite, several of the leaf elements work perfectly with the stamp, but they also work perfectly alone as their own die cut element. So kind of fun. And I have a lot of different samples to share with that. So, okay, I have a ton of samples, but I'm going to show a couple. We've got blog hops coming next week and, you know, lots of sharing. So here is, let's get this up to the light here. Okay. So, that light is making it a little bit too bright and hard for everyone to see. Bummer. But anyway, here is one of the samples of.
That's really pretty. Yeah, it is very bright.
It is bright. And yeah, if I could tip it a little bit. But here's one of the samples where all of the elements are die cut and built onto the card piece. And
that's beautiful.
I'm holy smokes, folks, the master layouts, loving it. I have several samples with the master layouts. I use the outer master layout for this, but the die cut pieces and being able to interchange all of those flourishing elements across all of my different stamps just makes me so happy. So that's a fun one. Here's another one where we're using the main floral, and here I'm going to tip it a little bit to do some pattern design with it. And I've got that little sample right there of how I took that daisy, that coneflower daisy, flipped it to make that complete flower. Love it. And
that's great.
Right there is a sentiment coming up. Emily Loggins, you'll see it. So here's another fun one. This one using the show up and shine, but I also used the wood piece element and just cut it and shrunk it down a little bit. So you got more of a rectangular horizontal piece versus the bigger piece. And then again, use that coneflower to create that complete daisy flower. Love it. Oh,
that is awesome.
And
Lisa, you're going to be sharing all these cards in our Facebook group, right? So everybody will be able to see them nice and clear.
Yes, you'll see them nice and clear. And also the introduction video that I always do for the stamp sets will launch this evening after the release. And I've gone through every one of these cards in deeper detail and gone through a lot more detail and also showed each one of the dies and their companion stamp. So I'll make sure that that goes into the group as well. So, you know, too many lights. You never can have too many lights, right? But so,
right.
Okay.
It's you just never know, right? You never know how it's going to work.
Right. It's crazy. And like, it's starting to get dark because there's a big thunderstorm coming. So I was like, oh, okay, let's see what happens. So here's a real simple card. I'll tip it a little bit.
Yes.
Really, really simple card using the daisy die and also the two-step stamping. And actually on every one of my cards this go, I have all of these really fun embellishments that Gina is releasing tonight as well. So super excited about all these really fun little gems and bits and bobbles that she's got coming out too. So, and then here's another one. Maybe we can see this a little better.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, a little bit better with that really big flower. In the video that's releasing tonight too, I also kind of show you how this stamp set works with the Something Good in Everyday stamp set, the big wood slice piece, and all of the fun things that you can do with that as well. And as always, I have tutorials lined up for the next several weeks until our next release, sharing different ideas, tips and tricks, and combining stamps and giving you ideas for the set. So, yes.
Lisa, I absolutely love your set, and I love the dies that go with it, and I love the way it works with your other sets and how each of your sets kind of build upon each other, and they can mix and match beautifully. I do see a lot of comments out there. Okay. If you look at the bottom of the screen, our website is having some technical difficulties. Debbie is in there working now, trying to get the products to push through. I don't know what happened. It could be that the website is just really crowded, but usually we do a lot of bandwidth. I mean, we planned it so that we could get a lot of people, like thousands of people should be able to get on there, but you never know. There's storms, hurricanes in Wisconsin. I don't know.
And everybody's so excited. It's been months. So
I know. And hang in there, guys, because we are going to get it fixed for you. And we will let you know as soon as we get the word that it's ready. In the meantime, enjoy, kind of just relax and enjoy our illustrators tonight. They have so much to share with you. Lisa, it is always a pleasure to have you here. I am absolutely thrilled with your new set. I'm sure I'll be using it in some of my lives. I don't see how I can't, especially, I'm telling you, let me hold mine up to the camera here.
Oh, yeah.
See that? Yeah.
This is big.
Look at that. Yeah. Beautiful. Free to Flourish stamp set and the coordinating die set. You know, our big sets that coordinate with our stamp sets all come on a magnetic board, and they don't come off. So this is a great way. And they're too. They're not like flimsy at all. They're nice and thick and rigid, and a great way to store your dies. Also, maybe if you've never tried Gina K Designs dies before, they come already detabbed, no cutting. They come just like this, ready to pull right off that magnet and get started. So that's kind of a fun thing. I always cut myself. I always poke myself. Right. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. I love your new set. I'm sure it's going to be a huge success if people can get into our site.
Oh, they will.
Trick, right?
Patience, grace. It'll happen. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, everyone. So excited to be back and can't wait to share more inspiration with you.
Yes, and after tonight's release party, check out Lisa's new video. It'll be on YouTube with her introduction to Free to Flourish. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Have a good night,
everyone.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so, all right. So now we have our next illustrator waiting in the green room. And it is so good to see her. We had a little trial run this morning with Melanie. And I'm going to be bringing her into the scene, and you're going to flip when you see Melanie's new set. It is so creative. Welcome, Melanie. Hey there.
Hi. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to do the 3-screen thing because I want everybody to see how cool this stamp set is. So let me see. First, let me bring in my head, and then let me find the right screen. Let's see, is this gonna do it? Yeah, there we go. Look at this stamp set. Let me get it in the scene. This is called, are you ready? When you sent me this and I saw the name, you have the cutest names. This is called Macrame with Love. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that stamp set. Oh my gosh. Macrame with Love. It's all different finished macrame pieces and tassels that you can hang on there and all kinds of adorable things. So this set, and it does have a full set of dies that coordinates with it. So this is exciting. Yes. So Melanie, you look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. So do you.
Melanie and I had a little trial run this morning, and both of us looked like we just got out of bed.
Well, good. I mean, kind of the last 3 months, it's like, oh, my cat. Ah!
Oh, goodness.
Hi.
Aw.
She's
So
missed
we
a
pulled
little too. So
We pulled together. So welcome, Melanie. Tell us about your new stamp set.
yeah, well, I don't know about where everybody else lives, but where I am here in Austin, all the high-end stores, all the craft stores, everywhere you look, is macrame for merchandising, for home decor, everything. And so I thought, I really don't have the patience to tie these knots. I don't want to do it, but I want to feel like I'm doing it. And so I'm going to try to recreate that in a stamp. And then I'm just going to be able to put these little hangings all over my cards. And it is so fun. It can also go with like the wood planks and the perfect palette set. So there's a lot of different things that I've been playing around with that I think are going to work really, really well. And it's so easy to stamp. It has so much shading and contour lines built into the little knots. So it really doesn't even require any coloring to look amazing. But if you like coloring, there's all kinds of techniques that you can do with it. You can create gradients so that it looks like it's been dipped, if you've seen the ones that have the color that goes from dark to light. Or you can use your different markers or colored pencils and make it look like you are tying with different colored rope. So it's just really, really cool. I think it really lends well to stamping and just very on trend right now. And I think it works just as well for women's cards as it does for masculine cards. Gives it just a really nice earthy feel. So I love it. I love it.
I love it too, Melanie. Where am I? Here I am. Here I come back into the scene. I love it too. You know what I was thinking too? I had done a live just recently where we stamped on craft cardstock and then colored the whole design with just a white pencil.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this set would be absolutely stunning like that with those.
Or like I know that you did the bleach recently. I know you did a bleach recently in the Facebook Live. And so that would be perfect just seeing like how that's going to look on the different colored cardstock bases. So there's just so many different techniques to try. And I'm also making stuff for all of our other sets for this release. So I haven't even gotten to scratch the surface of all the ideas that I have for this set. But I did spend some time this afternoon making up a tip sheet like Lisa was talking about. So I'll be sharing that on my blog. And then when we go through the blog hops and everything. But yeah, it's just kind of like the sky's the limit. And then having the dies, it just gives you that many more options. So
absolutely. Yes, and macrame is back in style. It's one of those hobbies that people picked up since the lockdown. And you probably didn't know that was going to happen when you designed the set.
Well, I know. I turned it in a while ago, but I remember it from back in the 70s. I grew up in the 70s, and so it was big then, and it's made this resurgence, and I feel like it's going to be here to stay because of all the kind of homespun craft movement that's going on. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we'd love to see some of your cards. I'm going to put you on full screen so you can share.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's see. Well, I started out... Probably my favorite image in this set is this large piece right here that has these arches or loops and then all these gorgeous knots. So gosh, it's hard to decide what I want to show here because there's just so many options. Let me show you one that's just uncolored. So this is just stamped in the sandy beach on pink here. So as you can see, that one large piece is stamped. Then I added just some tassels. And then I told you already, Gina, but I don't know if you showed them earlier. We were eating dinner, but if you've shown any of the embellishments yet, I am just crazy about these little clay hearts. And I just think that they're so fun because they look like little craft beads that are strung right on those knots there. So this would be really fun for just a baby card, for a thinking of you card, birthday, anytime. Just change up the colors. And I mean, I made this card in literally 2 or 3 minutes. So just stamping in one ink. They're very minimal supplies. Then let me show you how different this looks. I've got these ends open here. I hope you can see so that you can actually stamp this end to end to create large borders on your cards. So here's one that I did. So I just wanted to share something completely different. So I stamped this in slate, and then with 3 different markers, I added the gray and the teal and the orange. And I just can't stop using these colors because I guess I really want to go to the beach. So all of my cards are kind of like a coral and a blue, and I'll venture off of that. But those are also the colors that I'm seeing a lot in stores and things with the macrame. So, and then I've got all sorts of little naughty puns in here. You might have mentioned that already. So this is another card. So this one I just did, I miss you, but then inside you could put in there, not even funny how much. And then also, I'm really loving that Made with Love stamp. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that's perfect for the back of your cards. So that's just going to be really fun to add that on there. And then let's see, what else should I show? I'm going to be posting my first video later tonight. I don't have it recorded yet, so it won't go live right after the party, but I will have that added this evening. Let's see, what else do I want to show? Gina, do you have requests?
Oh gosh,
okay, let's see.
You sent me, I love them all.
So this isn't, it's not my favorite, but I haven't shown this one yet. And I did this before I got the dies to cut out all of these rope borders. But there's all of these different bold images in there. I really wanted you to have the options that you don't have to do any coloring, that you can just add bold color and then do all of those bold image techniques that I know y'all love. So these are just inked up, just doing some direct to stamp with some different ink cubes to kind of create that gradient there. And then at the end of these borders, I just added that heart knot and then the little tassels. So all these little things can mix and match together to create your own custom knotted pieces. And then I just love this greeting that goes with it. When you come to the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. So there's just so many ways that you can tie different knots with these and then use that greeting. And I just think that it's just perfect for what we're going through right now, and then just perfect for so many different occasions that you would be sending people just that need a little bit of encouragement. And it just goes great with this set.
It really does. It's amazing. I'm reading all the comments and people are like, there are so many fun things, fun play on those words with the word not, just using that with other sentiments you might have. You just kind of cut them apart and put
tell everyone hi. I don't have my Facebook open, so I can't see all the comments that people are leaving. I want to show this one too, because I just didn't show this stamp yet. So we've got this other one here, and so again, these can be stamped end to end. They can be stacked to fill up your background. And then you can put those tassels on there as well. So here's another really simple one that I did. This is with the Stormy Sky ink. And I used a greeting from one of Emily's sets. So a friend of ours just had a little boy. So again, there I go with those clay hearts and then just stamping on those tassels. But so easy to do. It's so detailed. Just takes a minute and it just fills up that whole card front. So it's kind of like these are frame stamps really made out of macrame, just because you can fill it in so easily. So I love how easy that was to do, and I just love how that turned out.
Melanie, these are absolutely beautiful. I love your card samples. I love the set. I love the creativity behind it. Somebody just commented, I'm not going to stop buying stuff.
Oh, good. I love that. I know.
I can just show this one more time up close so you guys can see it. It is absolutely beautiful. Macrame with Love by Melanie Menchinger. Beautiful stamp set and the wonderful coordinating die set. Again, it comes on the magnet, so the die won't fall off.
I'm going to show one more just because I didn't show any with the die cuts. As you know, but not everybody else knows, but I didn't get the dies at the same time I got the stamps. So I made a bunch of cards, just getting everything stamped out. But so here's one using that one border that I showed, and then some of the different tassels here. And so you've got that dimension there. They're all cut out, so it looks all fussy cut. Then this is just colored with some different markers to give it kind of an ombre look. And then I just put a little scrap of you know, all those little pieces that you just trim off of your mats, that makes just the perfect little dowel to hang that on. And it just gives it just like kind of a touch of wood. So yeah, I'm loving the dowels with this.
That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I do see a lot of comments coming through. Some of you have been trying to get on the website. We do have a website issue tonight. I don't know if it's overloaded. I don't know if it's weather related. Usually our site publishes right away at 7 o'clock. For some reason, it's unable to publish. And I know a lot of you can't even get on. Nobody's placing orders. So don't worry. Stuff isn't selling out. While you're out there trying to get on, thinking you're missing out, not one order has come in. The site is just down. So just try to relax, hang in there with us for the release party. And we get some word that I've got my iPad open here. So I'm hoping that some of my friends will text me and let me know. I have a friend who's texting our website guy who built our website, hoping that they can fix this quickly. But hang in there, and I am sorry for the inconvenience. I know it's an inconvenience, so please just hang in there. Melanie, I absolutely love this set. This is, again, every time I always say this is the most creative set. I say that every time you come up with a set, but I love this set. I can't wait to use this in a live, one of my lives. I'm going to do that technique with it. I'm going to use it with the white pencil. We'll have to play with some techniques with this. Yeah, I think it's going to be amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I see Beth is in the green room, so I'm going to bring her in to introduce her set. Melanie, I love you.
Love you too. I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye. All right, so Melanie's set is called Macrame with Love. We have Lisa's set called Free to Flourish. Now, if you're just joining us, and I know we've got well over 2,000 people here tonight between both platforms, and I don't think it's an overload issue because we haven't seen any orders come in. It looks like the system just crashed or something. Everything was supposed to go live at 7 o'clock and nothing got published, which means that the products aren't even available if you can get on the site. We are working on it, and I am so sorry. It's, you know, it's 2020. It's the year 2020. It's the year that just anything and everything is going to happen. But we're going to get it fixed, and we're going to have products there for you. So just hang in there. Okay, so next, waiting in the green room is one of our other illustrators who I just adore, Beth Saleka, and she's got a party set for you, our release party. And I'm going to bring her in right now. Let's see. Let's get her in here.
Hi.
Hey, Beth.
How are
Hey,
you?
how are you?
Good.
Welcome. Well, I'm going to show everybody your set here. So let's see if I can do it this way here. Okay. So this set is called Let's Celebrate, and this is absolutely adorable. I mean, who doesn't want confetti and all of these amazing celebration greetings? I just, you know, as soon as I saw this set, I thought, okay, I got to emboss it. It's got to be sparkly. No, wait, it's got to be rainbow. No, wait, it's got to be glittered. I got to dip it in a glue pad and glitter. So cute. So adorable. It's great to have you here. Tell us about your set.
Well, I felt there was something missing in even though I had some backgrounds with little dots and maybe some confetti, I needed something a little bit different that could make backgrounds or be used with other sets that I've created. So I came up with the confetti idea, and I had lots of different little pieces of confetti that we came up with. And then I really wanted some sentiments to go with it. So I came up with a mix and match that. I have cursive there. I have some regular serif fonts in there that mix and match really well. And, you know, depending on the occasion, I think you should be able to come up with just about every single combination that will make your card either birthday or thank you. And one of the things I feel like we really need right now is the kindness one. We all need to maybe throw a little kindness to our friends and our neighbors, because I think after being quarantined for a couple months, tempers are a little flared. So one of the things,
we'll throw that kindness around. You have that saying in here. I love that.
Yeah, throw kindness like confetti.
And do you have any card samples to show us?
Yeah, I do. So
I would love to see what you made.
So starting out with this first card, let me see. There we go.
Oh, that's adorable.
So I used some, it looks kind of blue on my screen with the lighting, the sun is coming down. It's on a card. It's got pink passion and the blue raspberry, mango, and some jelly bean green.
Very cute.
So I matched some of the confetti and some of the sentiments to create this card.
And you know what I love about that?
One of the other things
I love that you use the words like the confetti, so you don't have to line it anything up. You just kind of put them in there, like throw kindness around like confetti or sprinkle kindness like it. I love that. That's really cute.
Yeah, you can mix and match things, do happy birthday, you know, really you can use it for so many different sentiments. And one of the things that we're going through is I have 2 seniors this year. So I have lots of senior friends that are all class of 2020, and we'll be making lots of cards to give to their friends at graduation. So I was playing around today using the for the grad set. And
this is
adorable. It's actually green. It's not, I think the reflection off the monitor is making it blue, but it's green, black, and white cardstock, and just using the, you know, a little bit of the confetti and some stars. Very simple. This card maybe took like 2 minutes to make.
But it's nice, really cute.
Very cute. You know, previous sets. And then one of the things in our area, we started, I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook, the 518 Rainbow Hunt, where the people were putting rainbows all over the place and people were searching for rainbows. That started in our area. So I love the whole theme of, you know, trying to come out of, you know, this quarantine, you know, with the rainbow on the other side. So I made this card just with the celebrate.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I used some Copic markers on the back and just blended the background, and then embossed the sentiment in with the embossing ink and the white powder, the fine white powder.
Really cute. That's adorable.
I have a lot. I probably made like 30 cards in the past week or so.
Well, what I love about your sets, Beth, is they're easy to make, clean and simple cards. Just make fast cards when you need them. And you're the queen of that. You know how to whip out a bunch of easy ideas for people. So for you who are looking for a good set, and you know, of course, graduation and everything, but there's always time to celebrate. There's birthdays coming up. There's always things coming up. And she's just got a lot of different greetings in here that you can mix and match. And just the whole throw kindness around like confetti, that's just a really great sentiment to make even some home decor pieces that you could just have a little desktop frame and have something like that. So I love this set. Let me show it again. This is the new Let's Celebrate stamp set. I've got my ring light here, so I hope that you can see that pretty clearly. I did just get word that our website is kind of clearing up a bit, and the new products did get in there. So if you've got another window open and you want to check and see if you can get your order through, I just wanted to give you that information, but it is slow. So hang in there and don't give up. And if you have any trouble, of course, we have customer service tomorrow that can help and take care of you as well. Beth, I love this set. I can't wait. I mean, just to have this set in your arsenal for backgrounds, because these are just such fun, whimsical backgrounds for just about any kind of card you would want. And great for embossing, great for just, you can spread these all over your MISTI and stamp them all at once and have a really, really fun stamp set. And I know we have a blog hop coming out the beginning of next week. And make sure you tune into Beth's blog, because she will just have a million cards for you to see, a million ideas.
Yeah, and they work really well with the new sequins and all the little hearts that came in the sample. So yeah, they work really well. It's going to be a fun release.
Yes. Well, Beth, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It is great to see you. And
stay healthy. Stay healthy, everybody. Wash your hands.
Yeah. You too. Yeah. You stay healthy too. And another home run, Beth. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye. Okay. Well, this is Let's Celebrate stamp set. None of the new stuff is up. Okay, so definitely try to refresh your screen. There's a little arrow that looks like a curve with an arrow on the end, and you can try that. I'm sorry, some of you are still having problems with the website crashing. I'm not sure what's going on. That never happened before. I know they're still working on it, so they may have gotten the products to load, and then they're still working on the crashing and the slowness. So just hang in there. Okay, so we have another illustrator here with us, and then I'm going to show you, right after our next illustrator, I'm going to show you the brand new kit, and then we're going to stamp a little bit, okay? So our next illustrator is waiting in the green room, and I'm going to bring her in. Here she is. Hi, Emily Loggins. How are you?
Good.
How are you? You're really up there.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Better?
There you go. So Emily has 2 brand new sets for us this month. And, you know, normally we don't do that. We only release 1 set at a time. But we had to do this because she created this stamp set. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you right on the screen here. This is called Baby Boy. Look how cute that is with the little mountains down here at the bottom. And I love this set. And so she sent this set to me, and I fell in love with it. And then she sent me another set called Baby Girl, and I have to show that one. Okay, let me show that one here. Baby Girl, and look at all of these massive hand-lettered and graphic sayings and pretty little flowers and things to make wreaths. Oh, it's so cute. And she said, whichever one you want to do first is fine with me. And I'm like, how can I pick? I mean, I had girls. Emily had a boy. A lot of you have both. And some of you have grandchildren. You need both. So we decided to do them both. And I love them both so much. So tell us about, what was your inspiration? I can't imagine what your inspiration was. Yes, you did.
And my sister, of course, is having a baby, and I had a boy and she's having a girl. So I'm like, perfect. And I wanted a baby set, because if you have to go to a baby shower or something, it's nice to have a real quick stamp set to use. And that's why I made most of the greetings so big, because you can really just stamp one. I did a lot of heat embossing and then just watercolor or ink blending or whatever. And I do have some cards to show if you want.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to put you on full screen so that you don't have to worry about getting it centered.
My lovely friend. So I did this one with, I can't get it straight, with ink blending and just heat embossing the greeting on. And it's a super quick way to make a card, especially when, like, if you're in a hurry for a baby shower or something. And this is the same greeting, but I did watercolor around it. And that's with the champagne embossing powder that's yours, which is my favorite.
That's beautiful. That is gorgeous.
Oh, and the other thing I was going to say is that I know I did a boy and a girl set, but they're kind of interchangeable. You don't have to use the girl one only for girls or the boy one only for boys. I just tried to make them look a little bit more themed, but they're really interchangeable. And just to show that a little bit, I made the same card, but in pink and in blue. There we go. I'm having a hard time centering. But that's how you can kind of see the just changing up colors, you can really, you know, do it either type of baby. And then this one uses the real scripty greeting, the bottles, onesies, diapers, bibs, pacifiers, swaddles, and more.
I love that.
This one is from the girl set.
So cute.
This is the cutout. This one is the cutout from this card. And you can't really see it with the lighting. Oh, wrong one. But if you can kind of see, it's the exact same stamp embossed in white. I don't know if it's showing up.
Yes.
But it's a shaker.
It is. I can see it. Yes, I can see it. That's so cute. Oh, I love that.
The other day, literally,
Great.
I will never make a shaker card, and yet
But you had to. You had to. I love that you use the cutout piece.
Yeah.
Because you could do that even with, you know, you could do it with one of the circles dies, or you could do that with just a regular rectangle and have a stitched one on one card and then have the window on the other. That's really smart.
Yeah, because like this greeting, this greeting is more round, so you could do that with the round with circle die. Let's see. And this one is, I always throw, like most of the time, throw in little little sentiments, and this is just a super simple card if you really are in a hurry.
That's really pretty though.
Yeah, it's fun, you know, and the watercolor backgrounds are so easy just to pair with the little greeting. Or you could even not do a sentiment and just stamp, like this one has one simple tree and then the little greeting on it. You could do that on a heart, something, make it real simple. I don't have a lot of time now, so I need simple.
Yeah, I'm sure, because you have a baby.
Yes, everywhere.
I love these sets. And I was looking at this set. Let me show it again, just so everybody can see it. Of course, it's great if there's a baby boy and you need a baby boy stamp set. But you also have these little trees and the mountains, and then you have this little pattern over here. And these are really cute, like somebody who likes to go camping, or somebody that, for masculine cards, just to have the mountains and have something like "You're My Rock." I mean, I'm sure that there are sentiments in other stamp sets that would work really great with these images and greetings as well. So
these sets can also pair really well with scrapbooking, because you could take something like this and put it as a popped up element on a scrapbook page, or I don't scrapbook, but you could think of ideas of how it could be used.
Absolutely. I was thinking about that. Even the greetings, because they're so big and bold, I mean, that would really look good on a scrapbook page. I like if I do scrapbooking, I do the mini books.
Yes.
Like either an 8x8 or 6x6, or the ones that Kathy Zielski shows, those long ones by Allie Edwards. And so these are perfect for that. That's, they're just nice and big and bold, but not too big that you can't use them on a card.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I love both of these sets. And for those of you that are looking for great baby sets, and also these elements, by the way, this on the baby girl one, I just have to say it, these flowers work perfectly in the wreath builder.
I actually have a wreath builder card in the works. I didn't finish it, but it's going to happen by the blog cop.
Yeah, we'll definitely be able to see that. I'm excited to see that. And, any stamp sets and even although she be but little, she is fierce. I mean, it doesn't have to be a baby. It can be a little girl too. So if you're making a birthday card, you can have happy birthday and you can have that inside. So these are great for a lot of things. I absolutely love them. And your beautiful hand lettering is always such a blessing to Gina K Designs. I reach for your sets a lot. I think you know that. Now, I'm going to hold you for a minute because your sister, she couldn't be here tonight because she is actually moving out in a Wisconsin hurricane. She is moving tonight. We have a hurricane here in Wisconsin. This is 2020, people. We are in Wisconsin. You know where Wisconsin is? Wisconsin is at the very top of the United States in the middle. It is like, it's not in hurricane territory. In fact, when I told my dear mother from Philadelphia that I was moving from Wisconsin, she said to me, "Don't you want to stay in the United States?" She had no idea where it was. It's so high up there. And we have a hurricane. We are getting remnants of a tropical storm. And your sister Hannah is moving in it. That's crazy. Hannah has a beautiful set, and I told her that I would share it, and I thought I would have you here with me while I share it so that her little screen isn't blank tonight. This is a gorgeous new set. Guys, when you see this, look at this. This is called Graceful Greenery. Look how big that frame is.
This is one of my favorites that she's done.
Yeah, it is just beautiful. And of course, that can be stamped in no-line coloring ink. It can be stamped in regular black ink, colored with watercolor, Copic, colored pencils. Her flowers and leaves would mix and match really nicely with yours for the wreath builder. Yes. See your sisters, and you have a very similar style when you think of flowers.
So fun.
And some of the greetings on here is kindness goes a long way. You are always in my heart. Friends like you make the world more beautiful. May you find comfort in this difficult time. And when all else fails, smile. Just beautiful sentiments, especially for all the things we're going through right now in 2020. This is a great encouragement set. And you can mix these greetings in here. I mean, I could even see these greetings resting under your mountains.
Oh yeah, that'd be really a fun combination.
Yeah, and mountains are so like stable, and so when you see mountains,
you think of peace and serenity,
steady, right? And then to have "You're Always on My Heart" or "When All Else Fails, Smile." I just, it's a beautiful set. So this one is called Graceful Greenery, and this set is available at Gina K Designs. Same with Emily's sets, Baby Boy and Baby Girl. I have mine already in our stamp pockets. Somebody asked if we had new packaging. We do not. These are our large stamp pockets that I already have mine in because, I don't know, I was feeling like I needed to get organized.
And labeled already too.
And labeled too, yes. So, well, Emily, I can't thank you enough for being here tonight. And I know it took time away from your baby boy, but we appreciate it. And we are so excited for your new set.
Oh, thank you so much. And thanks for having me.
Yes. Well, you have a great night, and I will see you soon.
You too. Bye.
Bye. So now, thank you to all our illustrators for joining us tonight. It is time for me to share with you my brand new kit. So let me get that. I want to show it to you. This is the brand new Nature's Touch card kit. Nature's Touch. So let me flip my camera over, see if I can get my camera into the scene here. Okay, there we go. So Nature's Touch is the brand new card kit. And like all of our kits, all of our big kits, this one comes in this convenient plastic storage box. And a lot of you really like these storage boxes because you can use them later. Let me open this. You can use them later to store projects that you're in the middle of. So if you're working on Christmas cards, let's say you had 3 different designs going on. Well, if you purchased 3 kits in the past, you can put one in here, and then you can put the other one in another one and keep your stamps together, and you can kind of go back and forth and work on them whenever you want. So these are great storage units, great for cardstock. If you're, taking cardstock with you on a trip, you can really fill this up with a good chunk of cardstock. But I want to show you the colors that come in here. That's why it's all blue. So we have 4 cardstock colors in here. This is, you get a cover sheet too with all of the stuff that's in the kit. So if you like to keep these and you like to keep all the pieces together, you'll get that. Now we have 2 sheets of our sea glass. Let me see if I can get this in the scene. 2 sheets of Lucky Clover. One of my new favorite greens, I'll tell you, you guys know for years I was a jelly bean green fanatic, still am, but there's something about Lucky Clover that's been really fun. 2 sheets of coral reef, and then 2 sheets of tranquil teal. Now, I don't know how good these colors look on my overhead, but I'm gonna just go to my, my front shot here, and I think you might be able to see them a little better in this white light. So we've got tranquil teal, coral reef, lucky clover, let's see, tranquil teal, coral reef, lucky clover, and sea glass. Okay, so I am going to create tonight. I am. Our party is just, you know, we had to do the release party and introduce everything first. And now I am introducing my kit. All right, so let me grab that piece of white cardstock here for my overhead again. And I want to show you the stamp sets that come in this kit. So, and would you believe I don't have the names up in front of me, but this one is called Natural or Nature Silhouettes or Natural Silhouettes. I have to look what the final name was. But this is a silhouette stamp set that has flowers and it has trees, it has branches and birds, and then it has with sympathy, birthday wishes, and thinking of you. Now, I did this in a little bit of a more masculine font, not that it's not okay for any kind of card, but sometimes the fonts, especially the scripty ones, can be a little feminine for guy cards. So if you want to make some masculine cards out of here, especially because you've got all of these tree images, you've got a branch, and you've got some birds, this is actually a grounding image. So you can stamp this as the ground, and then you can stamp the trees, and that gives you a little bit of, you know, you can do some depth with the small trees and the larger trees and kind of create depth perception with that. And also this could be a cloud, or it could be a wave in water, or just like a ripple. So depending on if you like to do scene building, you can use that for several different things. So this is the first set from the new Nature's Touch card kit. Now, the next set is this set, and I really love this set. And this set is all different kinds of hands. It's called Hands of Love. And you have this one, which I love, with Hallelujah, God is so good. That's a great, great card for when somebody, you know, is celebrating something that's not like, hey, let's party and let's celebrate, but like maybe, you know, they've gotten over COVID, or they've, you know, got their cancer results back and everything is benign. You know, that's a great thing to use for that. Hallelujah, God is so good. And then I also like this with Hallelujah, God is so good. You can also use this with thank you so very much. You know, kind of it's like praising hands, but just praising your friend for being there. That's a good one too. And then the 2 hands that come together to make the heart. I love that. Love you with all my heart. So that is a cute little set. And you'll notice that because we've been doing so many fun background techniques and ink blending techniques, I really wanted to do some silhouette images so that we can revisit some of those really fun techniques in some of my lives coming up. But then, of course, you know me, I cannot, these sets will all be sold separately when the next kit gets released. So probably sometime toward the end of July. And then this set is called The Best Flowers. So this set, these flowers are huge and perfect for coloring with colored pencils and Gamsol, embossing and watercoloring, stamping with some of the amalgam ink, and doing no line coloring, and they're huge. So let me grab one of my master layouts here so that you can just see. I mean, there's a card front, and look how big that flower is. I love that look where you can just have the flower coming in from the side and a big bold greeting on top. So it's got some great combinations here. It's got You Are the Best, a happy hello. Let's see. You are the best friend, wishing you the best is yet to come. happy birthday, happy for you. So there are different combinations there that you can create, or you can use dies that you might have and work those dies, those word dies, in some of these strip sentiments as well. Maybe you have a die that says birthday, and you want to use that with it. So there's lots of things that you can do, but I absolutely love this flower set. And the flower set has a die set because we all love to cut our flowers out with dies. Now, there aren't dies for these because these were really made to stamp right onto the cardstock and doing those ink blending and scene techniques. But this one does have a full set of dies that comes on a magnet and ready to go. So it will cut out all the flower heads and all the leaves. This one is meant to be stamped right onto your card. But I have seen some of samples that have been popping in and out of my inbox, and I've seen where people will stamp this and then they'll pop another flower head here so that there's a little depth between them. So there's lots of fun things that we're going to be doing with this. Now I want to show you the new stencil. This is called Ornamental Fan. Don't these look like fans? I just love this stencil. You know we're going to have fun stenciling with this one. This will be absolutely beautiful for glitz glitter gel and Decofoil transfer gel with foil or flock. It'll also be amazing for ink blending techniques. And I love the curve of these. These kinds of stencils always work really well when you just want to do a little ink blending and kind of fade out, just to kind of have something to ground your image. So we're going to be using this quite a bit, Ornamental Fans. And so this is the kit. I mean, a stencil, 3 full stamp sets and a die set and all of that cardstock. So I think we're going to have to make something with this. I hope you guys are loving this kit as much as I am. I've been waiting for this kit. Our last kit, I actually looked back. If you're just joining me, I said this earlier. Our last kit was back in January, and it is June. So that means we haven't had a kit in 6 months, half a year. We've been working with the same kit. Now, the good news is a lot of you were waiting for a Big Low stamp set. That is now available as a single stamp set. So is the adorable Happy Herbs and the Friendship Hearts. So all of those are also available. Now, before I get on with the kit, I do want to just show you our new embellishments because these are really fun. So let me go back overhead here. I showed you these on our live the other night, that we have these cute little, I'll show you the backs here because I didn't put barcode labels on these so I could show you. These are the rainbow hearts. I love these. These are so cute for dotting eyes, die cut eyes. So if you have the word smile, or you have the word birthday, or you have the word holiday, you can dot the eye instead of trying to find that little piece you cut out. You can dot the eye with one of these cute little hearts. So we have them in rainbow, and we also have them in black and white. So that's a lot of fun. Plus they're cute for shaker cards to throw a few of them into some of your shaker mix. And don't worry if you miss the live, it will be, you know, you missed the first part of the live because you were trying to get your order in. That's going to be available in the replay, and you got here just in time because now I'm going to actually make something. I'm just showing the last of these embellishments. These are beautiful crystal rhinestones, flat back crystal rhinestones, and they come in a variety of sizes. So there's tiny ones, there's bigger ones, which is great because I do like the mix of sizes, especially if you use them for the centers of flowers and stuff. This mix is called Dazzling Diamonds. And you can see they are super shiny. You can use your jewel picker to put them on, and they're completely flat on the back. Now let's see if I can get these back in this bag. Maybe I won't even try. I'll put them over here and I'll worry about it later because we have cards to make. Now we have another kind of rhinestone, and this rhinestone, look at these. Can you see that? These are called Angel Aura. So pretty. So they've got that rainbow effect in them, but they're still still clear and shimmery. The hearts are clay. Somebody was asking what the hearts are made of. They are clay. I know they look like candy, but they're not candy. No sugar, safe for a diabetic like me. They are made of clay. These are actually rhinestones, the dazzling diamonds and the angel aura. And then we have one other thing to show you. And a lot of you have requested this, so I just decided to do this first in just a plain color. So these are actually no hole sequins. So they have no hole in them. Some of you don't like the hole. So we decided to do these, and these are called clear quartz sequins. So they're very clear, they're very shiny. I think you could probably put them on your card and color them with Copic markers, and you could make them another color. But they are just beautiful. They really shimmer. And they'd also make really pretty fun shaker fill. So if you're making shaker cards, you could add a little bit of this into your mix as well. But that's the clear quartz, no hole sequins. Just really fun. All right, so I'm gonna put these aside and I'm gonna worry about all this mess later. And I think it is time for me to make a little card here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my my die cutting machine, and I want to find a little bit of masking paper. So I'm going to use some of the Gina K Designs Masking Magic, and I am going to die cut a circle. So I guess I could die cut a really big one. Let me see. The set that I want to use is, I want to use this one, the new silhouettes with all the flowers, the wildflowers, and the trees and stuff. So I'm going to just look at the image that I want to use. I think I'm going to cut it out with this, the largest double stitched circle. So, you know, we have the single stitch, they're just a hair bigger, and the double stitched. I'm going to use the largest one here. And before I do that, I'm going to cut a piece of this masking paper out with a paper cutter. I'm trying to remain calm as our website is giving people fits. I'm really trying my best. So I don't know if things have gotten better out there, but for some of you, maybe you can let us know. Yeah, we have storms here at our house. The website's back on. Oh, it's good to hear. It's good. Oh, I see. You're talking to each other, not to me. Okay. So hopefully I'm going to take this banner off the bottom because I think that at least some of you are able to get your orders in. It might just be slow because we are very, very busy because people are liking our new products. So let's see here. I'm going to flip this over. So I'm going to cut this at 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Okay, have that done. And then let's cut our piece of cardstock out with the new master layouts. So I have a piece of, let's see here. I have a piece of white cardstock. Now I usually don't let you guys see me cut out the cardstock with a die because it's just my hand flying around in a circle. I can't get the whole thing in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the smaller of these 2 dies. And you know, if you guys are home and you're thinking, I have no mojo at all, I don't know what I want to do, you can just cut a ton of panels and have them ready to go so that when you do get a little mojo and you're ready to go, you have panels ready to go in the right size. Sorry. All my ink pads just went flying all over the place. Okay, so this is now cut to the perfect size for our card front. So I'm going to put that aside. And then I'm going to take a piece of black cardstock and I'm going to use the larger of the 2 dies and I'm going to cut that out using the larger. Now the small one is 3 3/4 of an inch by 5, and the larger one is 3 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/8. All right, go. And if you really cracking. Okay, So now here we have the black layer. And when you layer these two together, I'm going to bring it in on the overhead so you can see. Let me bring it in on the overhead. You can see now I've got the perfect mat. Perfect. You know how I'm always saying to you guys, oh, I got to cut that little thin hair off the edge there. I don't like it. I got to cut. You know, I'll never have to do that again now that I have these dies. So this is a great, great thing. Yeah, this set is called Master Layouts 1, and it contains the 2 die pieces for the background panels. It also has 2 accent pieces, or these can be used as a belly band for the center of your card. And it's got 2 ovals, a plain oval and a scalloped oval, and they also nest together. So you can use either or you can use them together. All right, so now that I have that done, I'm going to cut a circle into, let me get this, I'm going to cut a circle into this piece of Masking Magic. I'm going to cut that right there in the center. So I'm going to flip back to the other screen here so you don't have to watch me do that, because that is not fun to see. I'm kind of lifting it up just a hair onto the Masking Magic. All right. And then I will cut it. I have no strength left in my body anymore. So good to see you guys. I'm so glad you're all here and you hung in there with me through the whole website debacle. I know it's slow. I don't know what's going on. I think, you know, in the past, we've had very busy lives and things like that, but so many of us are home now and we're just hanging out together. And I think that it's just maybe a little more crowded than usual. Okay, so I'm going to adhere, let me get my overhead shot back. So I'm going to adhere the oval the circle that I masked onto this piece of cardstock. And the easiest way to do that, let's see where. Okay, I'm going to just take that off. And I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to just get the top lined up first. So I'm going to lift it up because it's easier to do when I'm holding it. And Masking Magic won't damage your cardstock. So if it's not perfect, you can lift it and redo it until you like it. Okay. So this may not be perfect. I think I'm going to flip it and just start down here. So I'm putting it on one corner and then on the other corner. And then once I have that in place, I'm going to smooth that down. Then I'm going to kind of work it down the card. And that'll eliminate some of the weird bubbles that you can get. Let's see here. Yeah. And as long as it's sealed, it doesn't matter if there's like a little wrinkle in it anywhere. As long as the edges are sealed, that's what we want. Okay. I don't know what that is. That is something that is on my, was on my mat. Probably a little glob of colored pencil or something. Let's see if I can get this off. There we go. I think that'll be okay. We'll see. Hopefully that doesn't ruin my blending. Could pick it up and put it on the other side. If it doesn't work, I'll do that. Okay, so I want to make a little rainbow here. I'm into rainbows lately. I think we need more rainbows in our life right now. So I'm going to use a Sign It Says Stamp blending brush. And then I'm just going to rub a little bit of it off here. And then I'm going to come in like this. See how I like started on the Masking Magic, not right on the cardstock itself. And then I'm getting a little here as I get to the top. Okay. So you can see how that looks. All right. Now I'm going to go to my next color, and my next color is Sweet Mango. Let me see, do I have a blending brush with some orange on it? I should. All right, this one will work. So I don't know where I got this brush, to tell you the truth. I think somebody gave it to me at Creativation. I don't know what company it is though. So if you guys know who has the white bristles with the orange, it's that company. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of orange here. I'm gonna kind of get it into the red. Like that. Now you'll notice that when our colors first get laid down, they may not look as smooth, but once they dry, they look like they're airbrushed. It's amazing. Okay, so that's a pretty blend there. Now I'm going to use some wild dandelion, and I have another Simon Says stamp brush here. Get a little wild dandelion on here. And then I'm going to start right on the orange and work my way down a little bit. Because yellow's tricky, so I like to kind of start on the color previous to it. All right. Now I could do Lucky Clover, but you know what I think I might do? I think I might try some apple mint. So let me get a piece of paper towel. I have some Lucky Clover on this brush. And so I have a paper towel here, and you can use any kind of paper towel. These were the weird paper towels that nobody liked, and they were the leftover ones at the grocery store, the only ones that we could find. But they're great for crafting, and they're very rough. So they do kind of clean your blending brushes off. So I'm going to try to get a little bit of apple mint on here. And I'm going to work on the side. Just work that apple mint in. There we go. So this is a really soft rainbow. And I like it. I like that look. Yeah, you might be able to see where I was messing with the eraser down here. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to freak out yet. All right, now I'm going to use some sea glass. And again, I've got another one of those other company's brushes. And I'm just going to clean that again on my weird paper towel. And then we'll do a little bit of sea glass. And I'll work the sea glass up from the bottom. Yeah. So I'm going to highly recommend not erasing, because can you see what happened there where I erased? I might make this card again tonight before I post it so you can see it really pretty, but you guys get the idea. All right, so now I have a nice rainbow blend. And now I'm going to peel this off. Now, if you're very, very, very careful, you can use this a second time by peeling it very gently. If you're not careful, it might tear, but if you're not in any rush, you can really take your time. And then what I do with these when I want to save them is I'll take, you know, a stamp set that I like to use it with, and I will just adhere it right to the stamp pocket like that. So then I can use it again and save it, and I don't have to go through quite as much masking paper. So there is my rainbow. All right, so let me get my Misty into the scene. So here is my Misty, and I'm going to put this up here at the top. Now let me move some of my things that are everywhere. Oh, I love rainbows. I'm such a rainbow girl. Love rainbows. Okay. So now I want to use this stamp set, and you can see how pretty, like any one of these images would look on here, right? This image, just the flowers. You could do some trees going across. You could pull the branch in. I love the branch, the scoop of the branch. But I think I'm going to use this real big image here. This one is calling to me. Now I have a brand new stamp set here because I had a brand new kit because I wanted to show you everything. So some of you guys were talking in our forum about using new stamps and how sometimes it's difficult. You don't get a good image the first time. Well, one thing that you can definitely do is you can take the stamp and you can rub it on your arm. Just rub it on the skin just to kind of get some of the, and you see how it gets a little cloudy? it just gets some of that residue off. So that's one way to do it. Another thing that you can do is you can take it to the sink and you can wash all of your stamps with a soft toothbrush and some Dawn dish detergent, and then rinse them with warm water and pat them dry. Or you can stamp a little Versamark on them for the first time, stamp that off a couple times, and then they'll be primed. The problem is that these stamps, the way they're manufactured, there is a little bit of manufacturing residue left on there. So the ink might appear to bead up the first time or two that you use them. But if you stamp them a few times on some scrap paper, once you get them going, then they'll be totally fine. So I'm going to stamp this here. I'm going to have it, I really wanted like things to stick outside of the shape. I like the way that looks. And of course, I'm going to stamp this with black ink. So I've got some of the Gina K Designs Black Onyx ink. And I'm going to ink this up. And you can see the stamps, you can't see, but you'll be able to see when I stamp it. The stamp is taking ink much better because I rubbed it all over my skin. Let me find that weird paper towel because I don't have a long sleeve, and it makes it easier to get contact with the MISTI if you slide over it with something slippery like a paper towel. So let's see how that looks. So that's pretty darn good for the very first time that stamp being stamped, right? That looks pretty good. Oh, I love the way this looks. Ooh. Boy, there's nothing like that black silhouette against that rainbow. It's just so pretty. And can you see how now that the ink is drying, the Gina K Designs ink is drying, it dries like it's airbrushed. It's just so smooth. You don't see the lines between the colors. Okay, so I'm gonna take this stamp off of the MISTI, and then I'm gonna pick one of these greetings. Let's see what greeting I should use. I think I'm just gonna do thinking of you down here at the bottom. Keep it really simple, because I can always send a thinking of you card to somebody. So again, I'm just gonna rub that on my skin. Excuse my diabetes bracelet and my trash bracelet. If you're just joining me and you've never watched or you didn't watch the last video, my husband bought me this bracelet and it's made from trash. We are saving the environment. He bought one for each of our daughters and one for me. And it's supposed to take like, I don't know, 1 pound or 5 pounds of trash out of the ocean. So it's really a nice gift, because it doesn't just give to the person, it gives to the earth too. Okay, so we're gonna do thinking of you down here at the bottom. So I'm gonna ink that up with, when I do greetings, I really like to use the ink cubes. So I'm gonna use the Black Onyx ink cube. The ink is exactly the same. I just feel like I have a little more control when I'm inking up a greeting with an ink cube than an ink pad. But of course, if all you have is an ink pad or an ink cube, you can use them for either. Okay, so that, and then I'm just gonna get my piece of paper towel and just press over that. There we go. All right, that is exactly what I had in mind. That hardly ever happens, right? You have something in your mind and you go to stamp it and you're like, well, that's not what I was thinking. This time it is what I was thinking. So this is all part, if you're just joining me, this is all part of the brand new Nature's Touch Stamp TV kit. Okay, so we cut this panel out using the Master Layouts dies, and we cut the black panel out using the Master Layouts dies. So let's get that taped together. It'd be nice if I had my tape out. This is so simple, but it's very striking. I like that clean and simple look. One thing that I like about these dies too is it presses a little bit of the edge of the cardstock kind of down, and it looks really finished. I like that. Okay. Probably would have been better if I had a lighter color behind there to see. Okay, so there we go, all lined up. Now, yes, Tom is really thoughtful. He was on a little trip and he decided to pick those up when he saw them for us. All right, so which color should I use, guys, from the new kit? I think sea glass, because that's going to match this. I mean, even the red kind of looks like it would match with coral reef. You could use any color because the blends, your color is somewhere in there, but I think I'm going to use coral reef. Is really pretty. All right, I'll lay it out first. We'll look at it with sea glass. Ooh, I like that. Sea glass is pretty. Here it is on Lucky Clover. We'll just look at the different colors here. That's not bad. That apple mint, once it starts to blend in with the yellow and blend in with the blue, somewhere in that spectrum, there is Lucky Clover. All right, and here's Coral Reef. Ooh, that's stunning too. And then we'll do Tranquil Teal. Now, I know there's no Tranquil Teal in this card, but Sea Glass and Tranquil Teal are on the same spectrum. So that would be very pretty too. I think my favorite is the Sea Glass. You guys knew I was going to say that, didn't you? So I'm going to go to my big paper cutter, which is right over here. And I'm going to cut this sea glass at 4.5 inches. So I've got a tall piece. You can see that's real tall. And then I'm going to get my score buddy. And I'm going to score this at 5.5 inches. Now, we do have all of our cardstock, not all of it, but almost all of it is available in both shortcut and tall cut. So if you don't like to cut these and you would like to buy them pre-cut so that you know everything is going to be perfect, you can get them pre-cut at GinaKDesigns.com. And you get 10 sheets in the pack, and they're very inexpensive. They're only like $2.95, something like that. So you can try a lot of colors that way, either the shortcut or the tall cut. They're both half sheets. They're just cut in the opposite directions. Okay, so there we go. So there's my finished card. It really would make a nice sympathy card, Sandy. I think so too. And there is, in this stamp set, there is a with sympathy greeting. So we could have used that one as well and just put it off to the side here. So there's my first card. And of course you can make this more cheerful. You could use a fun, scripty, happy birthday. We do have birthday wishes in here. So it could be a more fun card, but there's something about these silhouette images that are very peaceful. They're great for masculine cards, and they're great for a lot of things. So, okay, so that's one card. Now let's see, what else can I do? Okay, let's try one more card. So this time I'm not going to cut it out with the master layouts because I'm going to do this one more free form. So this one I'll cut at 3.5 inches by 4 3/4 inches. For me, the master layouts, I have to just sit and cut some panels. It's relaxing to me. You know, you can run them through. If you have a Gemini electric die cutting machine, you can use that, and you can just send them through. Do one black one and one white one together. Sorry about that. I just bumped the camera. So, you know, that's another way to do it. But this one I'm going to cut a little smaller. So this is 3.5 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And then the black piece is 3 5/8 of an inch by 4 7/8. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use some purple tape. Now, purple tape can be a little bit sticky if you have the old kind, and I have the old kind here. They do have a newer kind out now that is much less sticky. So I highly recommend, you know, picking some of that up as well. They're good for different things, actually. So what I'm going to do here is I actually just tap that on my shirt, and I pulled it off, and so now it's not quite as sticky. So here's what I want to do. I want to do the same stamp set, and I want to do with sympathy. And then I'm going to tape over here. So let's see, I will tape right about here. I'm just going to touch it. I'm not going to like smash it down. Okay. So that will fit there nicely. And I think that's pretty straight. Does that look straight? I don't know if that looked all that straight. I'm past the first hour now, guys. So now my eyes are starting to go on me. Okay, so now I'm going to use just 2 colors for this. I'm going to use Apple Mint and I'm going to use Sea Glass. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Apple Mint. And I'm going to, actually, you know what I could do? I think I'm going to do this just because I think it would look cool. I'm going to get another piece of purple tape. Let me put it on my clothes a couple times here to reduce a little bit of the stick. And then I'm just going to, so you can see the cardstock through here. So it's not going to be, you can see if you're straight or not. Okay. Now I'm going to start up here at the top and I'm going to just do some Apple Mint. I want to get the Apple Mint a little heavier. And then I'm going to bring some Apple Mint into the center here. I like Apple Mint. It's a very, very soft color, great for stamping on top of with silhouette images. Okay, so there I have 3 little areas of Apple Mint. Then, move my card here, I'm going to use some of the Sea Glass and I'm going to fill it in with Sea Glass. I'm going to need a lot more Sea Glass than that. And then as I do the Sea Glass, I'm going up into the Apple Mint and then down into the Apple Mint. Okay, so I'm trying to blend that and make that fade a little bit more intense. Okay, same thing here. I've been using so much ink over the last, can you believe that we've been doing these lives together for like almost 3 months? So 3 times a week, I mean, there's like 30 lives and I've been doing so much ink blending that I'm starting to think I might have to re-ink my ink pads. I have re-inked them since I got them. So they do last a really long time, but so I'm blending some of that Apple Mint again. Okay. So now I'm going to peel that away. A nice straight line. I like how it's a little darker right on the edge there. It just defines it a little more. And then gently peel this away. Yes, okay. And I can save those and use those again. And the more I use them, the less sticky they're going to be. Okay, so now let me put this in my Misty. Here's my Misty. Move my blending brushes. Okay, so let's do another one of these images. So for this one, let's do this. Should we do that? We could do this again and have it coming off. Let's do this one. I want to do this one. Okay. So again, I'm going to rub that on my skin. You don't have to see me do it again. You already know what that looks like. And I'll put that right there. So it's kind of going on either side. And then I'm going to ink it up again with black onyx. All right. And again, it took ink really well. Must be something with my skin. And then again, using a paper towel just to slide over the MISTI makes it easier to get contact with everything, and your skin doesn't kind of go over the thing. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Move that down a little so you can see the whole thing. All right. And then I'm going to use that sympathy greeting. Sympathy cards are tough, you know. You don't want to be like too bold when you're making a sympathy card. Sometimes, you know, I have the perfect stamp, but it's like, you know, you don't want to have like glitter and stuff like that when you're doing a sympathy card. You just want it to be kind of soft. So let me touch that to my skin with sympathy. We'll put this right down here. So the whole bulk of the card is down here toward the bottom. These greetings are nice too because they are so scripty that you don't really have to worry about getting them straight. Okay. And then I'll use my ink cube again for this. I figure if you don't have an ink cube, you still get a little bit around there, but if you're using something like the MISTI, it's not going to be a problem. There we go. Okay, so let me clean this stamp and get it off of here. That is just so simple. And, you know, it doesn't take very long, but these kinds of things are just perfect for cards of care and encouragement, or, you know, just thinking of somebody that's kind of struggling a little bit. They're not too much. They're not too in your face, but they're really, really pretty. So let me take this out here. I want to make sure I don't have any ishy stuff on my fingers. Okay. Now, put that together. So let me flip this over. I want to get a different color here. I'm struggling seeing. So let me just put a piece of sea glass here so I can see the black better. There we go. Okay. Get my tape. And then I'll adhere these two panels together. If I'm a little off to the one side, it's because I just need to see. Now you can see, because I cut this with a paper cutter, even though I thought my measurements were good, they're not perfect. So I'm going to have to trim a little off. And I will tell you that our master layouts, we do have this measurement coming as well. This kind of little bit of a smaller mat. We have this coming. But we thought we'd start with the one that I use absolutely the most and the one that makes the most sense for the wreath builder. All right. So I won't have to do that anymore. That's pain. Okay, so let's see how this looks up against Lucky Clover. Is that just too bright? I think that might be too bright. So I could use, probably my tendency for a sympathy card might be just to use a white card base. So I think I'll do that. I've got a white half sheet here, and I'm going to score that at 4 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to put that right on there. And that's so simple, isn't it? Just a simple card. I'd like to put a few sequins on it, but I feel like it might be too flashy. Maybe not, though. Maybe if I use the, let's just see. I'll just lay these rhinestones on here, and you guys tell me what you think if it's too flashy for a sympathy card. Use one bigger one. You think that's too flashy for a sympathy card? I'll see what you guys think. Let's see. You like it without the sequins? No sequins, no rhinestones. Yes, sequins. See, it's hard to know. Yeah, too flashy. Okay, I'll get rid of the sequins. No sequins, no flash. All right, so that card is done. That's perfect just the way it is then. And where'd the card go? I lost it already. Here it is. Oh my gosh, I have a candle over here. I almost set it on fire. So here are the two cards, the first two cards I made with the brand new kit. This is the brand new Nature's Touch kit. Have that cover sheet right here if you wanted to see it again. Sometimes it's easier just to see it on the cover sheet without the glare. So you've got the 3 beautiful stamp sets. You've got your cardstock, your stencil, your dies, and then the color names of these cardstocks in case you get it and you don't know what they are so that you can label them. So there are the first cards for the brand new kit. The circles dies that I used are called, let me see if I can find them. Well, you know what they look like. They are the double stitched and single stitched circles. So there's 2 different sets. I used the double stitched for my card, but if you want to be able to layer them together, and I'll show you what I mean layer them together. This was a card I made in my last live. And so the double stitched is on the front and the single stitched is behind it, and it gives you that shadow layer. So that's the die set that I used, 2 die sets. All right, so there are the first 2 cards with the new kit. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So, well, it is, wow, it's 8:45, so almost an hour and 45 minutes. Woo, I didn't want to do that. Here we go. I'm back. So tonight, all of our new products are now available over at GinaKDesigns.com. And we have 6 new stamp sets. We've got 3 new die sets, including our Master Layouts 1, 5 new embellishments, and a brand new Stamp TV kit. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. It is always a pleasure to spend time with you. We are on our new summer schedule now, so there's not going to be a video on Friday, but I'll be back again on Monday, and I'm going to be playing a lot with this kit in lives. So if you guys are thinking about getting the kit, you'll have exactly what you need. If not, you can play along with stamps that you have in your collection that are similar or close. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. Thank you to all of my wonderful illustrators who were able to make it tonight, stop by and show us their wonderful inspiration. You guys have a great evening. Stay safe out there. Love you all, and I'll see you